Hello, everybody, and welcome back. Here we are. It is Friday, and we are at Canada's Wonderland. And there are already some updates regarding Alpenfury that we can talk about. If you've been watching my videos, you might know that I've been wondering if they'd be putting up nets in this area. And yes, indeed, they have put up nets. There they are. So this is a safe zone now. When people start riding this thing, the loose articles fall off. You won't get impaled in the head over here. Let's check the other area. So this other area is a little lower in terms of where the tracks are, right over here. So yeah, you can see this. Look at this. This is like right above people's heads, but still no netting. So this will probably be installed at some point in the near future, seeing as they're already starting to do that. And for those that might not be aware, Alpenfury is getting ever closer to being fully functional and rideable, because Canada's Wonderland has posted just last Wednesday that there was a casting call for people to star in an upcoming marketing campaign for Alpenfury. So a commercial for Alpenfury. And the date for that commercial was July 1st. And the description said that they would be putting these people on the ride and filming them while riding the coaster. So that means that Alpenfury is going to be operational on July 1st. The question is it going to be operational to the public before then, or will it be after July 1st? Because the tracks are complete. We know that. And we know that they've been doing testing, although they always do the testing when I'm not at the park, unfortunately. But they're doing testing. Things are coming into place, and it looks like Alpenfury is getting so close, just so close. Cannot wait. All right, let's head on over to the tracks over by the Grand World Expo section. Those were finished a while ago. Such a beautiful day for a stroll through the park. Honestly, it is. It's actually a really beautiful day. It's a little hot. I'm kind of sweating, but outside of that, it is quite a nice day. Nice blue skies. There's some cloud coverage intermittently, which is a real relief when that comes in. It's one of those days where I think they're going to make a lot of money from the merch in the stores, because a lot of people are just hanging out in the stores trying to beat the heat. And they've got the mist machines. That's what the bandana is for. The bandana is for the heat. That's correct. It stops the sweat from going in my eyes, my beautiful eyes. Can't have that salty sweat burning them. So let's take a little look over here and see if there's still some rubble. Yep, so still looks like there's some rubble and all that. If you look at the concept video for the Alpenfury POV, you can see that the ground in this area is all grassy. Now, does that mean that it is going to be like AstroTurf? Are they going to be able to put some grass in here real quick before opening date? Because you would imagine that if they're shooting a commercial for this ride, that they're going to want to, have it looking its best. And I don't know, like maybe they can just kind of cut around it. But I don't know, if the coaster goes over this area, you see all the dirt. I don't know. Doesn't look overly appealing, but who knows? There's so much like video trickery these days. You probably could use AI to put some fake grass in there or something. There you go. They'll add the grass in post. That's what George Lucas did. And the Food and Wine Festival is still going. This is the last weekend. If you want to catch the Food and Wine Festival, they can lay sod in a day. Okay. Well, that seems like a pretty quick solution. So, yeah, maybe they'll do that. Oh, look. They are doing something. Wow. Here, look. They are doing something indeed. Okay, this is actually really positive. So maybe by the time they do the marketing campaign, they're going to have some grass there. Oh my, it is getting so close. And the Food and Wine Fest is very cool, offering some live entertainment in the form of music. There's also a juggler that sometimes appears. There is also a cheese man on stilts. I don't see him here today, but there are a lot of other fun things you can do. There's like a ring toss with wine bottles. There is this paint by numbers mural. So they, I think they do a new one of these like every single day. Well, the days that they're operating the Food and Wine Festival, which was only on the weekends for the past couple of weeks. But this is basically a grid of a whole bunch of numbers. And once it gets painted in, it says Food and Wine Festival in the same sort of font as the logo, which is pretty cool. And then they've got some checkers, and of course, cornhole. You gotta have the cornhole. And over here, there's a couple of these like Instagram, photo ops. You can stand in front of the wall and get a cool pic in front of there, if you please, if that's what pleases you. And I wonder if they're going to have this guy. I forget what they called him, but he does kind of like a magic show on this stage over there. There's a sign that says, please keep off stage. And there is a box behind it, which looks like a prop box. So presumably that guy is going to show up a little later, but who knows? And here we are in the deserted wasteland that is the Grand World Expo. Still standing tall, the mighty flight deck. How's the food in that eatery this year? In this eatery right over here. So I haven't been in there. I'll show you the menu options here. They actually look pretty good. No, there's no prices on here for obvious reasons. They're probably quite expensive. So you got the jerk chicken entree, sweet chili Thai hand-breaded chicken tenders. You got the can I pronounce that? Samjang shrimp. We got the red beans and rice, the green beans, and then for dessert, we got the tiramisu parfait. Actually, pretty cool. Which one would I go for? Which one would I go for? I would go for the jerk chicken, and then probably the sweet chili Thai. You know what? That's really sweet chili Thai actually looks pretty good. However, it's going to be a little spicy, and it's pretty hot. So I don't know, spicy food and just intense physical heat. Maybe not the best combo, but if you like to live life dangerously, if you like to live life on the edge, then go grab yourself a seat on the flight deck. Yeah, this bad boy. This is all about living life dangerously. And here they come. Whoa! Okay. These people right now are in the midst of getting a concussion. They're in the process of developing what is known as cauliflower ears. Heads are banging on either side of those shoulder restraints. That's how that ride works. Okay, now here is something you don't see every day. There's actually people playing this coin toss, ring toss, midway game over on the other side there. Actually, maybe they're not playing. I think they're just standing in the shade, which is a pretty good idea because it is a hot day today. And let's continue on down into the barren wasteland. So what does everyone think? Should they turn this area into something new? Is it past its expiration date? what would they do with this area? I mean, there is some degree of nostalgia looking at the antique carousel, a remnant of the past. But here's a remnant of the past that doesn't serve any purpose. This is the remnants of the Tomb Raider ride. And there you can see, that was the load-in area. No more. So yeah, I mean, there's some space here. That area stretches down. 24 degrees Celsius is hot. It is hot. You know what though? There's also this thing called the humidex, which kind of amps up the heat a little bit, makes it feel slightly hotter than it actually is temperature-wise. And Greg, I know you're an American, so you are operating in Fahrenheit, and don't even begin to ask me to convert. Because I do not know what that is in Fahrenheit, but it is hot. And here are these statues from the Tomb Raider ride. Tomb Raider changed its name to something else once Paramount sold the property. Can't remember what it was called after that. Does anybody know? I did my own conversion. 76 degrees Fahrenheit. Isn't bad. Well, I mean, you do live in Texas, Greg, so maybe your standard for heat is, kind of different than us Canadians over here. But you know what's funny is there's a lot of people that I think that aren't from Canada that just assume that like Canada is cold all year round. But Ontario, Southern Ontario, things get pretty hot in the summer. It's Toronto, the GTA. It's land of extremes. Extreme cold followed by extreme heat followed by extreme cold. And here's the antique carousel. Magical, but still a little creepy. It's a little scary. Something about these like old painted porcelain horses are a little freaky. Reality check when you went to Montreal in July. Yes, it is hot in Montreal in July. Montreal is another city of extremes. Wintertime, it's awful. Montreal is funny because it's all hills. So when you're there in the winter, like everything ices over, and you basically have to just subject yourself to the mercy of the hills. You want to go uphill, but you're sliding downhill. You don't have a say in the matter. You're sliding wherever those hills take you. You just gotta hang on to whatever poles you see along your way and hope that can stop you. I've ended up in like bars that are like way overpriced that I didn't want to end up in, just because that was where I could slide into easily while sliding down an icy hill. Shout out to Rashad, who is now a Montreal native, and he was just here. I ran into him in the line a few days ago, and here we are at Behemoth, part of the big three. I just did a video on ranking the big three. I think my ranking is pretty similar to most people's, but if you're if you have a different order of which of the big three is the best, middle, and third place, let me know. Got a 40-minute wait for Behemoth here. I rated Behemoth as the third place. Doesn't mean that it's a bad roller coaster. Just in comparison to Leviathan and Yukon Striker, it is, I don't know, it's just not as intense. It's not as smooth. Not as thrilling, but it's still super thrilling. And I really got to try, somebody mentioned sitting in the back row on Behemoth is a really good option because you get some serious airtime. You get that whiplash from the tail end as it goes down the big drop over there, 230 feet, pretty big. And over there you can see in the distance the mighty Canadian Spinebuster, breaking back since 1981. That roller coaster is being redone with massive refurbishments as to not murder the riders that go on it. which is great because, you know, when you go on rides, you want to have a good time. You don't want to be in total agony. And unfortunately, the age we live in, there are a lot of really, really smooth and very, very modern roller coasters with state-of-the-art technology. So these old school wooden coasters, they got to step it up a little bit because it's rough, you know. It's rough going from something like Leviathan or Yukon Striker to the Mind Buster or to the Wild Beast. These rides are just a little too painful on the old back. I do like what they did with Wild Beast. It is kind of busy today, as to be expected. It's the start of the weekend. I think some schools have let out, so it is kind of busy. Wait time for Behemoth, 40 minutes. It's pretty long. I wonder what the wait time for Leviathan is. Normally, Behemoth has the shortest wait time of the big three. And the time is up for this basketball player. They got a high score of 6. Could be good, could be bad. All depends on how you look at it. But it is a hot one today. Good weather. Start of the weekend. Schools are done. There's also, I know there's a lot of like grad parties, school grads that are getting together. The schools are kind of organizing it, and they're all coming to Canada's Wonderland. So you can expect that that's going to, you know, make for bigger crowds as well. And we get the Windseeker up and running. Not too windy today. The Windseeker ironically gets shut down when there's any wind. Spinnovator refurbish is great. My wife and I did the blue barrels and then was laughing like she's never heard before. Awesome. You know what? I have not been on the Spinnovator this season. I should try that. It was pretty fun. It's the sort of souped up teacup ride. I wonder if it's possible to do every single ride in one day. Because there's like 80 rides here. I mean, that does like factor in the kids' rides and everything. But I wonder, without doing the kids' rides, could you do every ride in one day? And there's the slingshot, launching some folk into oblivion, into the heavens above. It is a great park. It's one of those kind of magical places where, you know, you can just walk around, have yourself a chill day. You don't even have to go on the rides to have fun here. Just kind of got a fun vibe. Yukon Striker going through the nether zone and up to that first inverted corkscrew loop. The nether zone is what I call the area where the coaster, the Yukon Striker coaster, goes underneath the water, which is a very cool moment to see from the ground, and also extremely cool to experience while you're on the ride. Let's see, they'll probably send one down pretty soon. Maybe we'll get a cool view of it here. So there is the drop, and there's a car coming right now. So the drop comes down, it goes into what I've dubbed the nether zone underneath, and then boom, pops out the other side, and then up and around. So let's see here. Let's see our riders today. Here they come. There they are right up at the top. And this is what is called a dive coaster for pretty obvious reasons. And there it goes. Into the nether zone. And up through the inverted corkscrew. Then off to do its other inversions. What a great coaster. I ranked that one number 2 on the list of the big 3 ranked. It's a great coaster. However, It is a little front-ended in terms of front-loaded. I should say front-loaded with its excitement level. Oh my! Oh, you see that? That's Alpine Fury doing testing. That was Alpine Fury. Oh, I just witnessed it, guys. This is like a pretty big deal. This is a pretty big deal. I've never seen it in testing. This is crazy. All right, let's see if we can get over there a little quickly. Catch it on the way back. Here it comes. There it goes. Can you feel the Fury? Can you feel the Alpine? Get yourself a bowl of Alpine Fury in the morning. That was awesome. I can't believe I saw it. I've been waiting so long. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. I wish I was a little closer. Maybe they'll send it around for another week. Oh, I cannot wait to see the fire effects and the lighting and all that stuff that they're going to have in the tunnel as well. So cool. Did anybody apply to be in that marketing campaign commercial? I certainly did. 6 o'clock in the morning, baby. Right, let's head over to the load-in station for Alpine Fury. Okay, so they've made some pretty big. Well, they've made some progress for sure on the loading zone here. So I was here a few days ago, and they were putting up these like picket-style fences around the stairs that are leading up to the platform, and around kind of like the walls that encircle the platform. And they've done a lot more of that right now. So right now, in terms of that picket fence that they put up, they've got this whole side of the stairs practically done. I mean, the whole thing is pretty much done. It goes all the way up and then comes down. There, you can see it. Alpine will be top 10 coaster in the world, 100%. 100% will. I cannot wait. So they've also removed the fencing that they put back. There's construction fencing around the area here where the track goes in through Wonder Mountain. I don't know why. That was up there a few days ago, but they got rid of it again. Send the coaster again. Do it. So over here, I mentioned this in my last Alpine Fury update video, but we do have, you can't really see it here, it's a little too far away, but there's a graphic bar before you hit this area right here, which is going to give you that launch. They're going to go flying straight up and down into Wonder Mountain. And that is going to be exhilarating. There's so many more things to experience on that ride beyond its first launch. So here's another thing. I mentioned in my update video that there was a sign in the box from Digital Creations or Creative Solutions or something. And it must be this. This is the sign for the wait times. So this is digital sign, and then I guess that's going to have the wait times posted on top of it, which makes sense. But where will the actual Alpine Fury sign go? Now that is a question. Because if you take a look at the concept video, the POV, it isn't clear. There's like no kind of mock signage anywhere. They do have these like the little buildings that are around, and this one, it looks kind of like totally different, but they do have some stuff that does resemble what it's turned into. So I wonder where that sign's going to go. I think like it would make sense to have it somewhere out here, like what they do with Leviathan, where it's kind of not on the building itself, but just away from the building. So I'm hearing some sounds and noises. I'm wondering if they're thinking about launching this thing again. I hope so. Be fun to catch that. Meanwhile, while we wait, let's take a look at the most important area, which I think we can already see. Yep, it's this building here. This building is almost 100% going to be a gift shop, gift store. And I've been waiting so long to see a clock put up there in that circular area that literally says the word clock on it. But where's the clock? Is this going to be like the final piece of the puzzle? What kind of clock is it going to be? Pretty cool. I was going to go over to the medieval fair section and check out the wait time on Leviathan, but I feel like I want to hang out near Alpenfury now, because if they launch that thing again, I want to see that. Gotta give props to these construction workers. They have been on their grind. There's a very quick turnaround for this ride. So congratulations, construction workers. There's been some extreme weather. Hot, cold, windy, you name it. It's happened here. All right, I'm gonna keep walking. Let's walk over. You know what? Let's follow the path. Let's follow the tracks, and then that way, if they do launch it, I'll catch it somewhere along the way. We'll have to wait a little later to find out about the wait time on Alpenfury. Let's take a look at this area here. Lots of debris cleaned up over here. Look at that. Lots of debris cleaned up. It's going to feel so nice too when this area is like walkable again. Oh, there's some new stuff here. What is this? What are we looking at here? Are these balloon popper? Balloon popper? Well, I think we have our answer for what this is going to be. I think this is going to be a midway game, which would make sense because there isn't the plumbing, and there already is a snack store right across the street there, across the path, Tiny Tom Donut. So yeah, well, that's a new update. I forgot what I was doing. I'm going to go back, follow the track around, and hope we get another glimpse at the testing. These guys are hard at work over here. Very cool stuff. The big three, soon to be the big four. I mean, it goes without saying that Alpenfury is basically going to dethrone all of these other roller coasters. I really just like the color themes as well that they went with for the Alpenfury. This nice, cool blue. Everything that is blue is just so nice, you know? Speaking of which, they got those blue ice creams over at the Cookie Cafe. Everything blue is better. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. There's been times that I'm looking at a bottle of like antifreeze, and I'm like, should I just have a little sip? Should I? And then I say, no, don't drink the antifreeze. Just drink some Powerade. It's the same color. It won't kill you. And for anyone that didn't see earlier, we have our safety net underneath this portion of the ride, of the Alpenfury ride. Looks like there's actually something up there already.
It still has a lot.
Something looks like a little tag. So that net is doing its job already. Love to see it. Safety is important. Wonder Mountain's guardian. Wouldn't it be so cool if they did another test just now and I got to see it right here? Maybe we can manifest. Maybe if everyone watching, and me included, we just will it into existence. We all just focus and concentrate. Maybe it'll happen. But, you know, I'm not going to stand here all day. There's other sights to see. Alpenfury. It's pretty amazing, though, how fast things have happened with Alpenfury. Because I do recall just a couple weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago, maybe 4 weeks ago, it's a lot of people on the internet, on various Facebook groups, on Reddit, everywhere you could possibly imagine, saying there's no way that Alpenfury is going to be done in time. And look at this. Looks like it very well might be. However, they did say that it was going to be done by, like, I think they said late spring or the end of spring, which is, according to Wikipedia, the first day of summer is actually the 21st of June, the summer solstice, the longest day of the year, which is tomorrow. So that ride's not going to be open by tomorrow, that's for sure. But pretty close. They got pretty close. You know, I remember looking at the progress at the start of the season when the park opened, and I was like, oh, this is going to take months. I was actually concerned for them that maybe they wouldn't even have it open by the end of the season. And all those cool hoodies and cool shirts that they got in the merch stores would be all for nothing because they're all labeled as 2025. But looks like they'll be making a lot of money on that merch after all. And getting some cloud coverage right now. Very appreciated in these hot circumstances. Alpenfury. Nice bowl of Alpenfury in the morning. They should make a cereal that they can sell in the stores. It's like, could be flavored like cinnamon and mint. So you get the fire and ice. It'd be awful, actually. Although cinnamon's pretty good in the form of like Cinnamon Toast Crunch. The Cheese Man. How's it going?
Good.
Excellent.
See you like every weekend.
I'm always here. I gotta be. It's so much fun. I've seen you every weekend too.
I've been here.
Yeah. So, what's your favorite type of cheese?
I like cheddar, brie, Swiss.
Nice, solid. That's actually a pretty solid top three. I would say cheddar would be my favorite. I'm lactose intolerant, but I like that they have lactose-free options as well.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Are you able to like eat it with lactase?
So,
or not?
You know what? I've actually never tried lactase. People say you should try it all the time, but I'm lightly lactose intolerant, so I won't die or anything.
Yeah,
but I just kind of look at it as the price of admission. Sometimes you just have to, you have to deal with the consequences of living in the moment.
Yeah,
so
yeah, my partner is similar.
Right on.
Not gonna die, but might have gas and time.
That's what it is. It's always a gas. Right on, Cheese Man. Well, you enjoy the rest of your day. That Cheese Man is the most popular entertainer here at the Food and Wine Festival. So let's take a look at what is happening over here. The Ashbury Association.
Thank you so much, everyone. A little number by Lone Star. Thank you very much.
We got some great performers over here. The Cheese Man knows I'm here all the time. Hard to miss with my red bandana and my blue shirt. Anyone know why I wear the red bandana and the blue shirt? There is a bit of a story behind it. A story that I won't be telling right now. I might tell the story now. Let's see. I don't know if they're gonna send that Alpenfury. I wonder what the intervals are between the different tests. Like, would they send them every 5 minutes? Would they send them every 10 minutes? Hard to know. Food and Wine Festival. You know, I'm not gonna lie. When I asked the Cheese Man what his favorite cheeses were, kind of seemed like he's never been asked that question before. Took him a long time to respond, but maybe that's normal. Maybe there's just so many good different cheeses out there that it is hard. I just kind of eat the normal ones. Cheddar. You know what's a really good cheese though? Halloumi cheese. The texture of halloumi cheese is unbeatable. Oh, there it goes. They're doing it. Oh my. Oh my. All right, let me run over here quickly. They're doing the test. They're doing the test. It's going to go over the loop. Here it goes. Whoa. Yes. Oh, it's so good to see that. And it's coming back around. And it's going to go up the other side. Wow. Incredible. Wow. So that actually kind of answers my question about the intervals and how long in between tests, because the last test that they sent up wasn't more than 10 minutes ago. I don't think, maybe a little bit. That is wild. So that's pretty good news. So anyone that wants to see Alpenfury in its testing stages, I would say come down to the park in the during this weekend. My guess is that they're going to be doing these tests more and more frequently leading up to opening. Make sure everything's safe. Make sure that there's no last minute things that need to be done. So crazy. So since they sent it up, I think we can be curious. And here, oh, here's a baby goose walking around with presumably its parents. How beautiful. Canadian wildlife at Canada's Wonderland. See that? Even the geese know this is the right place to be. These geese, they get so big so fast. I remember just a couple weeks ago being here and they were the size of ducklings. Now they're almost as big as the adult geese. Sugar and spice pastry shop. Lots of ways to ingest sugar at this park. If you really want to kick the thrills into high gear, get all hopped up on sugar first. Okay, medieval fair, here we come. All's fair at the medieval fair. And the Castle Trader, never ever open. Be cool to see it open one day, possibly. All right. It is a scorcher today. Heading over to the Spinovator. Maybe I'll take that for a spin, pun intended, after I'm done filming. Now, one thing I keep noticing about the Riptide is that it is only got the one row. There is like two separate kind of ride vehicles on this thing, and I don't know why, but more often than not, they only put people on the one. But why? Is there something wrong with the other one? Or is it like a weight and balance thing? I don't know. And the medieval fair. So over here we've got the lagoon and the tower structure in the middle that is apparently going to be used for some sort of stunt dive show. But I don't know, because they say that there are rehearsals in progress, yet I never ever see them. So why is that? Wait a minute. Rehearsals in progress. Wait. What is this? What is this? Look at this. This was not here before. This was not here before. They are doing something. Are they getting ready for some sort of show? Maybe. Very cool. Okay, so I take back what I said. I guess they're doing stuff, but just not when I'm watching. All right, we're gonna take a different path today to the wait time machine for Leviathan. We're gonna go through the Arcadium. See all the awesome arcade games. It's always a cool place to hang out and not be, burned up in the sun. Classic arcade. I think you can even win prizes. You get the skee ball or whatever. You get enough tickets. You can get a plastic mustache comb or whatever other amazing prizes await. And here we are at Leviathan. Yeah. And that is the reaction people have when they get off of this ride. It is so much fun. It just pumps you up. Okay, so 45 minutes advertised wait time for Leviathan. 5 minutes if you have the fast lane pass. Probably at that point, it might be worth getting the fast lane pass because 45 minutes, that's a pretty long wait. However, it's a really great ride. You can see this ride, my POV of me riding this ride in the Big 3 ranked video that I posted. And this is an amazing ride. This ride, spoiler alert, ranked #1 on my ranking of the Big 3 roller coasters here at Canada's Wonderland. And that is just because it is nonstop thrills. So once you load in, you go up this massive 306-foot ascent. Here are some brave souls riding it right now. Bon voyage. Bon voyage, brave souls. So there they go. All the way up. Best flat in the park straight ahead. We're talking about Wild Nightmares. Love Wild Nightmares. So 306 feet up to the top. The drop reaches maximum speeds of 148 kilometers per hour. And it goes fast the whole time. That is the beauty. It just doesn't slow down. See, some of these rides, like Yukon Striker, its top speed is 130 kilometers per hour. But there is no way that it's going that fast throughout the whole ride. That, I'm sure, is the measurement of the speed on the drop, on the dive. So, I don't know, is it really fair to say that that's its speed? I mean, I guess it technically is its top speed, but kind of gives you the impression that it's going to go that fast the whole time, which it most certainly does not. I think the momentum, it's hard to maintain when you're, going upside down. Teens finished their exams this morning. Okay, well, that would explain that for sure. And congratulations to those teens. Exams are the worst. Once you're done, it's such a sense of relief. I'm glad I'm an adult and I don't have to go to school anymore. I remember when I had exams, it was awful. They really make you work for that summer vacation. Wild Nightmares. Love this ride. So much history behind this ride. Manufactured by the German company Huss. And I have a video on my channel that you can watch called The History and Everything You Need to Know About Wild Nightmares. The Bat, low-key, one of my favorite rides here at this park. This is a Vekoma production, Dutch company, Vekoma. This is what is called a boomerang coaster. And it's pretty obvious why it's called a boomerang coaster. Because you throw it and it comes back like a boomerang. So something I like to do when I'm on the Bat, it's pretty fun, is because you've got these like over the shoulder harnesses, your hands can just kind of stick out a little bit, so you can't really like put your hands up in the air, but you get them out just enough to go like that. Both of them at the same time, pretend you're a little bat. You can make little bat noises while you're flying around in that thing. People look at you like you're insane, but it's pretty fun. They're missing out. Shockwave. Shockwave over here, shocking the general public. Shock and awe. Talked about this a little bit in the last update video for Alpine Fury. But we got some plot lights have been installed over here, all around this merch building, and over here you can see they got those flickering wall-mounted lanterns. And those are flickering already. So they are ready to be seen by the public. And over here, we do have some more of those kind of wall-mounted lanterns over by those doors, but those ones are not on right now. I don't know what they're waiting for. And let's take a look down the hole into Wonder Mountain here and see if there's anything worth seeing. Okay, so there is some lighting going on down there. It's kind of hard to see it. Maybe I can just explain it, but there is, looks to be like some stalagmites or stalactites. I'm not too sure which are the ones that come from above and the ones that go from below. But you know what I'm talking about. They're those like kind of spiked, they're like rock icicles. And there's some of those down there, kind of like lining either side of the pathway. So that'll be cool. And then, let's see, the other day there was actually an opening into Wonder Mountain over here. Maybe we can look through today and see some new stuff, the inner workings of the mountain portion of the track. Tiny Tom Donuts cannot be beat. Cannot be beat. So here is the area where they had the hole in the mountain the other day. Let's see if there's still a hole. Oh, there is. What are they doing here? Look at this. So what? I don't know what this is all about. Interesting. It's like a little weird brick room. Not too sure what the function of that is. That looks like a door. None of that was there the other day. Very interesting. Well, more room for speculation, I suppose. Maybe it's completely unrelated. And let's go take a look. My little area over by the fly. The Fly. What a guy. You know, it's a great Canadian movie. The Fly. A remake by David Cronenberg. Back when practical effects were done practically. All right, let's see here. Okay, this is looking pretty good. Progress is being made. Love to see it. I'm sure these walls will be done pretty soon too. I would assume they're going to keep these guys working on the weekends because it's crunch time. But this area is looking a lot better than it was just even a few days ago. There was lots of dirt piles. I know Wonderland is aiming for a Canada Day weekend, but if they are, they better hurry on completing the queue because it still looks incomplete. Yes, I agree. It does look incomplete. The load-in area and the main building and the queue, this is all the stuff that clearly needs the most work. It is coming together. And honestly, I mean, I was more concerned initially, but now that I'm seeing what they're capable of doing in a short amount of time, I'm a little less concerned. But I think our suspicions that this is going to be a midway game are confirmed at this point. We got the balloon popping stuff, which to me sounds like you're going to be shooting at balloons with like a little pellet gun or maybe some other sort of projectile. I hope they send Alpine Fury again. I want to see it go. I want to see it get launched. I want to see that launch. Canada Day weekend. Anyone coming for Canada Day weekend? There is fireworks celebration spectacular on Monday, June 30th. Over by the Lazy Bear Lodge. You can sit down, have a nice cold beer, and watch the fireworks go off. They have VIP tickets for sale right now on Canada's Wonderland website, and they're going for $50 per person, which seems steep. However, if you break down the price and the value, it is not so bad. Think about it. I should probably mention what it comes with. So one VIP ticket comes with two adult beverages. Those are alcoholic beverages and unlimited hors d'oeuvres. So if you think about it this way, that alcoholic beverages around here are not exactly cheap. You're looking at about, $13 to $15 per drink. So you get two of those, plus tip, tax, all that stuff. It's pretty much going to be like $30 right there anyway. and then $20 worth of endless hors d'oeuvres. 30 plus 20, that makes 50. That's the price of admission. Get yourself a nice primo space of real estate over by the Lazy Bear Cafe. Get a nice seat on a Muskoka chair, and you get your drinks and your hors d'oeuvres. I think it's actually kind of worth it. That is a fun fact. This is the first time that Canada Day fireworks are not actually happening on Canada Day. That is what a lot of people are saying. It's a little bizarre because they're choosing to do it on a Monday. So it's like it would make sense if Canada Day didn't fall on a weekend, and then you did it on like the Saturday or Sunday. But when it's not even like it's on a weekday, and then they're doing it on the weekday anyway, then. Oh, Alpine Fury's testing again. You see it go over here soon. There it goes. So this is pretty regular they're doing. So this is really encouraging and really cool. Anyone, which is sick, super cool. Just a matter of time before we can get on it and have our bodies flung through the skies at high speeds. Very excited for Alpine Fury. So I'm gonna go over to the food and wine area. I'm gonna have myself a glass of wine. I've been attempting to try all the different ones from the different wineries here in Ontario, little by little. And I only have 3 more days left: today, tomorrow, and Sunday, and then that is the end of the Food and Wine Festival for this season, which is sad, but there are more celebrations. Hey, woo. I didn't catch what he said, but I'm sure it was cool. So yeah, after that they have the Canada celebrations. There's going to be some other fun stuff to do while that goes on. So there's no shortage of fun little pop-up events and stuff like that. Let's walk through the store. Some air conditioning. Ooh, that's nice. You can feel the true chill of the true north. Lots of cool merch here that's not specific to Canada's Wonderland. With some Toronto Blue Jays. But very exciting stuff. Seeing all this new Alpine Fury progress and seeing the coaster being tested finally. Oh my god, I can't even believe it. It's surreal. I've been waiting for this, and I was really cheesed because literally every time they tested this, I wasn't here. Would be cool if they test it now. I got a good view. Send it. Oh, looks like they got some new stuff over here at the store too, right before it closes. Love this shirt here. Corks are for quitters. Leave the cork out. Just finish the whole bottle. Pretty cool. And they got all sorts of neat novelty items in here. Got all these cups here. Hoodies, a little warm for that. T-shirts. Nothing pairs better with a nice glass of wine. Some beef jerky or some Albanese gummy worms. Look at all this stuff. It's for your home. If you're a wine person, if you are a fan of wine, you will love this stuff. Very cool. All right, everybody, we have made it. We made it to the hour. I am going to grab myself a wine from over here. I'll take a look at the menu and see what I should get here. What will I get for my wine today? Let's see what their options are. Food and Wine Festival. Here are the options. I do prefer white over red. I will drink red, but white is my preference in terms of wines. I tried this one before, and I tried this one. Maybe I'm gonna have to go with the wines of the world this time. South Africa, Italy, or France? Well, these are questions I'm going to have to figure out for myself. So I will bid y'all adieu, and I will say, of course, thank you for watching this live stream. And remember to like and subscribe for more live streams, Canada's Wonderland related content, history videos, all sorts of stuff. All of it will be on my channel. Thanks for watching.